Greetings, Armor Smiths. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Grounded 2. Episode 7, Better Armor Leads to Better Outcomes in Combat. So the question I have at the start of the stream is this. Should I move somewhere more defensible? Our current location here is pretty reasonably fine, but if you'd like for me to build more of what I would consider a fortress, you're free to vote for it, with the caveat, of course, that it is going to be after full. So I'm going to have to spend a considerable amount of time building something up if you do decide I move, as just a fair warning. And while you vote on that, I'm going to be working on the 2-2 armor. So currently, we have got Tier 1, Tier 1, Tier 1, and what we've been hoping to do is to break into the Tier 2 stuff. So I'm not likely to easily get the Northern Mask because we don't really have blueberry leather. We don't know where it is, or at least not yet. But these spalders, the Weaver spalders, very reasonable, and the Weaver leggings, very reasonable. So that's something I intend to do. And that will raise my defense up enough that I don't think we will, like, get murked to death so quickly. Because that was a problem last stream, is like, I was honestly just undergeared for almost all the combat that we were taking part in. So, in order to do that, we need caterpillar goo. Okay, I don't actually yet have the resource. So there's a resource finder in Grounded 2, the same way there was in Grounded 1, but I don't have access to it yet. So it's one of these situations where my life will get a lot easier if I do a little bit more campaign missions. I know that was a little spoiler, but like it's about to happen as soon as I do a tiny bit of campaign missions, and it's definitely in my favor to do that. So in order to get the armor that we're looking for, what we want to find is a caterpillar. A big, spiky, hungry caterpillar. And they're often easiest to spot from a height advantage, so that's what I'm going to be looking for. Looking to gain some perspective. Oh, some orb weavers. I guess the clovers don't have a hitbox when you try to stand on them. The other thing I could do is to just do the conversation, the campaign conversation we have queued, and to gain access to the ability to do resource finding. And the way the resource finder works is you can only search for resources that you've already have at least one of. So it's not a shortcut to find resources you've never found before. So like if I unlocked it, it wouldn't help me find blueberries because I've never found blueberries. But once I have my first blueberry, it will highlight all the blueberries known on the map. Oh, and you know what? While I'm here, I might as well grab some weed.
Gotta hydrate
stems.
to dominate.
I only got 4? Okay. Usually it's like 6. So for big picture, there's some... God, where'd all my stems go? There's some tasks that we want to accomplish. A big one would be to upgrade our tools. Because at the moment our tools are all level 1, and level 1 tools have a very limited use for cutting down things. So I'm not going to be able to harvest tier 2 resources like pebbles and quartzite and things to cut down, things to smash, etc., unless I significantly upgrade my tools. So that's like a big overhanging thing. And I figured the way to do that would be the bottleneck for the axe is the blueberry leather. So that's something that we should be on the lookout for. But things like pine cone I can't harvest, or pine needles, or, you know, there's a whole long list of things. Oh, really? Seriously? Get out of here. Alright, so I think what we'll do is I will go do the quick conversation here, and then continue working on the 2-2 armor, but it does look rather tied whether I move or not. So that will ultimately be up to you guys. I'll let you continue voting.
Thank God you're still alive after this ordeal.
I finally got intel on our attacker.
Really? What did you learn? We could work together to calm her down, or even defeat her.
That crazy girl told me she has this place wired up.
She was bragging about her own network. No wonder we haven't been able to disrupt her signals.
She has her own orc transmitters.
Orc transmitters. She must have been planning this for a long time. And I say that purely speculatively. Wow, she worked fast.
She's smart.
Smart people, they're often dangerous and insane. Not me, obviously, but people I've worked with, you know.
If you say so.
By hacking into your Scabby 2K, not only did she violate the terms of service, but she also created what we call a backdoor into her network.
We can trace her back her signal.
I like how you think.
Right back at you.
Oh, she wanted to yell at you so badly that she exposed herself. She'll lead us right to her, or at the very least, something worth checking out.
Like Burgle.
It's a 2-for-1, really. Because if we hack enough of these transmitters, we can finally use that mixer device to cripple her army.
Makes sense. You know, I don't get it. What's a mixer?
Ask me about it later. Now, all you need to know is these orc signal transmitters are a royal pain in the tush.
If you say so.
I'll download a hacking toolkit onto your Scabby 2K. You can use it to scrape information off her transmitters and shut them down.
A toolkit?
Unreleased features, don't ask. Oh my gosh, and one is a real treat. A technology treat. It's called Resource Finder. You can use it to find resources.
Dr. Tully had something similar, I think.
Did he? Well, he's a smart man, albeit deranged. Either way, if you find a resource you like, tell the finder about it. It'll find more. I wish it worked for dollar bills.
Pretty cool.
All right, that's enough talking. Now go hack those transmitters. Make me proud.
Find the signal sources, hack them, gotcha. Alright, so here's how to use the resource finder. You hit M as in Mike, and then S for the resource finder. You can tag up to 4 things at once, so if I say, hey, find clay, here is all the clay that's directly around me. So in this case, I want caterpillar goop. So let's go try to track down some caterpillars. And if you haven't voted yet, feel free to do so, because I'll be resolving this poll pretty soon. Once I get the 2 pieces of tier 2 armor. Okay, let's see. So apparently there's a caterpillar this way. Seems honestly too good to be true that it would be in my own backyard, but you never know until you explore. So the resource finder generally points you towards what you're looking for, but like, I can't say it always works. I've definitely had some like false positives, or I couldn't find the thing, or quite possibly, and maybe even more likely, the thing I was after was like physically underground or clipping in into the map. Oh, but no, it's right here. So it didn't lie to me. And a reminder, we need some caterpillar parts in order to make tier 2 armor. So, it has no weaknesses, no resistances. We just whack and bash and... The other thing that I ought to work towards is working towards specific mutators that I like. So I'll go into that in just a minute. But we're looking for spine nubs. So... there is... potentially another caterpillar... this way. Arcmaster and Lord Shotgun, thank you for the 3 subs. Oh, you know what? This caterpillar might be on the table above me and not at my elevation level. Because that's another thing that can happen, is like... actually, it might be... oh, no, I see it on that leaf. So we just need to climb up this thing, because I'm doubt I can... yeah, I can't bite it down. So how do we get up there? Maybe... one way, if we had a spider mount, would be to go up those webs, but I don't have a spider mount. So maybe the thistle? Or I could shoot it, but even if I shot it, I'd be a little worried that I wouldn't be able to retrieve the loot. So I think that one's going to be a little unnecessarily challenging. I'm going to go to a different one.
This bug's a natural athlete.
Rather than spend 5 minutes on trying to figure out how to climb up there, I'll just spend 1 minute finding a different caterpillar. And yep, there we go. Sorry, Spiky. Alright, so I have 5 spine nubs. Hopefully that's going to be enough to make the armor. I forgot to actually write down the exact cost of the tier 2 web armor. And this will dramatically increase my resistances, allowing me to fight stronger enemies without me getting smoked in a second. Because that's pretty much what was happening up until now. And it looks like somewhere more defensible is slowly eking out victory here. So if you haven't voted yet, please feel free to do so, because I think we're about to get the tier 2 armor. So here we go, spider weaving leggings. So this is rogue armor. So the third hit of a combo has a crit chance and a dual dasher. Dashing with does more damage. The thing is, like, I don't really care about the dual dasher so much as I care about the fact that we just have stronger armor.
Ready to go.
The other thing is, I think I'm going to do without my aphid slippers. I really like the aphid slippers for the movement speed, but at this point, like, I'm more concerned about, you know, not dying than moving a little bit faster, because we do have mounts, which is something that we didn't have in the, you know, in the previous game. So movement speed is far less of a concern, I think.
Actually.
And putting away the spine nubs. Take a little sip of water.
Gotta hydrate to dominate.
And I think I'll call it. I'm going to build a base that is easier to defend. So, at the end of last stream, we did pick up some blueprints. The blueprints we picked up were like acorn turrets. And acorn turrets is going to allow us to defend our base from orc raids a lot more effectively. The thing is, they kind of the turrets point. Well, how to put this better? It would be useful if all the enemies were coming in one direction, so that the turrets could more easily cover. So the turrets are manually operated, and well, they're turrets. So what I was thinking of doing is building a base like on a cliffside, something like here, where there's only a little bit of landmass that allows you to actually attack us. And unless we're being attacked from the air, because of course, you know, you can't really use cliffs to defend against the air. But unless we're being attacked from the air, we have
overeager, are we?
All the enemies come in from one direction, allowing us to more easily defend. And actually, because this is so close and essentially overlooking our last home, this spot right here might make the most sense. Now, the other thing that might be worth considering is waiting until we have slightly stronger materials. So at the moment, the materials that we have right now at our disposal is grass and weed. So my follow-up question for you guys is, should I wait for tier 3 materials for a new base? Yay or nay? So the vast majority of the base that isn't vulnerable to enemies could just be like grass tier. That's not a big deal. But like walls and barricades and palisades might need to be a little bit tougher than grass or even weed tier. So this question is, should I continue improving my gear until the point that we have access to superior materials? So now that you understand like the idea behind where to base, you know, you can make a more of an informed decision. So these weed stem walls, if you're wondering, I'll put one in. Let's put it here. Can I see how much hit points it has? I don't know if that's easy to even see. But regardless, it might be wise to wait for stronger materials. So we're not like vulnerable in any way. And it does look like universally you guys kind of like that concept. And I am okay with that. So if that is indeed the case, what I'd like to do is to continue the quest to reach the orc transmitters at the picnic table and garbage can. The other thing is I wouldn't mind having a better helmet. So taking a look at the tier 2 helmet that I have available right now, this one doesn't really help me much because it's blueberry leather and scorpion venom, and I don't know where blueberry leather comes in yet. But the helmet should be good enough. The other thing that I could do is if we go over to the armor, I could upgrade my armor with brittle plating, upgrading its durability and defense, and my leggings. And I think that's probably a pretty good investment. So I think what I'll do is upgrade my gear a little bit before doing some quest stuff to compensate for the fact that I have a tier 1 helmet. The other thing that might be possible is if we take a look at the list of things I have to... the list of things I have available to me in terms of, like, quests. I think it wanted me to make weaver daggers. Let me double check. Acorn plate, charge shots with bow, weaver daggers. Yes, so I do have weaver daggers, and the weaver daggers... so I'm going to buy the cookery, the clover roof, the pebble foundations, the fibrous furnishings, and the brat burst. Tons and tons of science just spent. So I can also work on the ranger quest progress. So an acorn plate and charge shots with a bow is pretty straightforward. So taking a look at my current gear, I don't believe I even have a bow. So that would be a good thing to make as well. Sprig bow needs one more sprig.
Let's light them up.
Might as well get a bunch of sprigs so that I don't have to keep hunting for them. Because I think torches are also made with sprigs. And all of the new ideas that I have for construction can help when it comes to redesigning a new base as well. So the bow will be bound to 3. And then 30 arrows. And then the other thing I wanted to make is an acorn plate, which like I would make and then just never use because I have better already. But done. Acorn plate, done. Break the enemy's block with dash strikes. So dash strikes is something that you only can do with a dual weapon. So I could do dash strikes with a mighty claw if I wanted to. And in that case, we can go get some might fuzz. But I think what's probably better at this point is to try to upgrade my tier 2 armor. So upgrade my armor. Because that's going to allow me to do the quest a little bit more easily. So let's take a look. The spalders I've upgraded once for 10% more defense. And then I would need more brittle plating for the boots to be upgraded. Taking a look at the cost to upgrade said things is brittle plating. So brittle marble shards is what I would be looking for. So now that I have access to the resource finder, I guess it doesn't search for that kind of stuff. So I guess at this point, we can either go to the picnic table. Yeah, I'm going to start doing the objectives now. So let's see. I wouldn't mind the green machine. I'll craft 3 of those. So these are stamina boosts that I can use before a fight, and then the boost juice is extra stamina as well.
Trusty old
I'm gonna go to sleep so that we can actually see what the hell's going on, because it's too dark at the moment. And then come morning, I will start investigating some of the orc sites. All right, before I head up, definitely deal with my food. Oh, that's not cooked.
Need salt and chili oil. Filling up the tank.
Okay, food and water is done. Another thing that would be wise is if I got a little bit more sap for more bandages.
We could base a whole sport on this.
So before I leave, making sure I have plenty of bandages, because if I'm messing with the mysterious stranger that keeps like sending like brain-hacked attackers after me, one might assume that combat will ensue. So at this point, I have got 10 bandages. That should work. Alright, the closest point of these two is the southern one, that way. So let's head that way. And then if there's opportunities for me to do charge shots with my bow, which there will almost certainly be, I'll be able to do that ranger challenge as well, unlocking even more science. And yeah, to answer your question, I use PullMapBot for pulling. And the other question was, can you build underground bases? You can't dig. Whether you can actually build in, like, caves, I don't know. But I know that you can't, like, excavate for buildings purposes. Meaning that, like, even if you could... Oh, okay. I think I need a gas mask. Because that is gas. And I don't, at the moment, have a gas mask, so let's go make one. I don't think I've made one yet.
Caught in the web. Shoot.
Oh, that really got me, didn't it? The other thing is there any other processors that I have access to but I haven't made yet? Because I know I have the spinning wheel, but I don't think I have the grinder yet. I do have a sap catcher that I could make. No, I don't have grinders. Okay. So, do I have a gas mask? Let's see. I have the Weevil noses, which make gas masks. But I don't actually physically have a gas mask, so... I would need stink bug parts. And gnat fuzz. So that's my next goal. First thing, we'll search for net fuzz. Which there's gnats kind of all over the place. They're pretty easy to find. And then we'll go after a stink bug. Stink bugs are going to be a little annoying to kill having... Because, you know, it's like chicken before the egg. Because the stink bug is going to gas the hell out of us. There is, there's actually one other thing that we could look at to see if there's a smoothie that we can do that gives us gas, protection. Let me double check that before we commit to this fight. No. Okay. Got it. And of all the gnat fuzz we needed, we only needed like one. So there should be some this way. Do you think this game is worth taking now? So my 2 cents on that is it, performance-wise, runs really, really, really poorly. A lot of the negative reviews are related to that. So my 2 cents is if you have a really powerful machine, it might be worth, you know, I really am not shooting these things well. It might be worth playing now. But if you don't have like a powerful machine The other thing that you could do is, of course, buy it, and then if it doesn't run very well, you can always refund it, provided you don't play more than like 2 hours or whatever. So perhaps that's the best answer, is try for yourself to see if performance-wise it's playable. But a lot of the negative reviews are due to bugs and poor optimizations, and there's no but there's no telling, you know, whether that applies to you or not until you try it. Alright, so we got the gnat fuzz.
Trusty old ant.
Have I ever found stink bug parts yet? I don't think I have. So I think we need to go find a stink bug. So let's go wander around until we encounter one, and then take it down for parts. That's a cockroach. Ladybug. More gnats.
Science.
Sweet, sweet science.
And we found a anthill. Cool. Anthills, so speaking about upgrading armor. Oh, what is a mosquito? Anthills are typically a pretty good place to find pebbles. Essentially, pebbles and quartzite are guarded. Not pebblets, but the marbles, sorry, not pebbles. Are typically spawning somewhere where there are guards. And I don't think I have the... Yeah, I don't have a tier 2 hammer for that. You can also find like milk bowlers and things like that down here. This was actually where I got the red ant egg, so having pretty thoroughly explored this cave, I'm actually going to turn back because I don't think there is much else down here for me to benefit from. What the hell are you doing, dude? Mosquitoes like in the ant cave. Weird.
Filling up the tank.
Alright. I also would settle for bombardier beetles. Stink or bombardier both will work. There's kind of like a vast, empty, unexplored area this direction, so let's go this direction just looking for unexplored areas to see if there's new enemy types. So, I guess I'll update the priority. Make a gas mask. And for that we need... Oh, here's a bomb beetle.
Heads up! Bombardier incoming!
So, slashing is its weakness. And I have a slashing tier 1 saber. But honestly, probably my tier 2 ant club is going to be a better weapon in this fight. Because the fact that it's tier 2 is going to make up the difference. And these guys spray hot acid. So if I can keep moving with my bow, I can avoid getting hit real bad. I also happen to have the trinket that makes charge shots hit harder. Oh, I knocked it unconscious, and it's down. Ow, ow. Right, it explodes. Well, down it goes. And we got bombardier parts, a boiling gland, which is the rare part of a bombardier beetle, which is really nice to have. And we can analyze it to see what it unlocks for us once we get back to base. So that's one of the two types of enemies that I was hoping to find out here. That's pretty nice.
Charging into the paint.
It's also really easy to recover most of your arrows, provided you don't like whiff the shot so much that it like goes flying. So I somehow have 31 arrows. I made 30. I'm not really sure how that math works out, but apparently I have more arrows than I even started with, which is, works for me. And now that we've killed a bombardier beetle, we can add the bombardier, well, I think we need to analyze it first, but once we analyze it at a ranger station, we'll be able to, resource track it. Ooh, what's this cave? Guarded by a giant scorpo.
Let's see.
That's a lot of scorpions. And we got butterflies over here as well. God, why is there so many little ones? They're weak to smashing, so... Oh, yeah. No, don't sting me. Go away. This cave was pretty well guarded. Oh, ow. Alright, my ant friend got knocked out. The scorpion is on its last legs. Oh, actually not knocked out, just hurt. And we got, yeah, that was a fortuitous fight. And that's mostly care of tier 2 armor, right? Like, this would not have been possible at the start of the stream when I didn't have the tier 2 armor. So the tier 2 armor really ramped up my, my tankiness. Not that I allowed them to hit me very much, but still, it helped a lot. It did kill one of the smaller ant followers that I had, though.
Nasty! A roach!
Actually, well, what is it weak to? Should have analyzed it first before I drew back the bow. But down you go.
Let's go, soldier!
Okay, what were you guarding? And I know I'm kind of getting off the beaten path here.
We're on, girl.
But we did want to upgrade our armor. So if there's like marbles or quartzite down here, that'd be nice. Oh boy. That's a cave full of nope.
Bad. Boogie down.
Okay, so what ends up happening is your bug won't die. It just needs time to revive if you don't end up reviving it yourself. It would mean that I will need to do a long walk home. But given, you know, are these, no, these are juniors. I can take this. Unless they poison me. Ow. Trying to heal. I don't think there's enough time for you, Glitch. I'll avenge you, though. Really? Might, you took my kill.
Well, there goes my buggy. It's gonna have to rest up for a while.
So, healing 4 minutes. If you hold T as in Tango, you can, like, whistle for your mounts. But because it got KO'd, it needs to rest. So I won't be able to do that for 4 minutes. So there was science down here. Is that it? Obviously, I'm not going to get through this without glitch. So I think that was it. Just some science. Because this doesn't... Yeah, this doesn't go anywhere. Yeah, nothing like the kill-stealing might. It actually reminds me that I should take a look at the mutators that I have available to me. So of my current mutators, I need to kill 18 more with my club for Smasher. I have the Javelinair mutator on right now. I need to deplete my stamina 51 more times for cardio. I need to discover more points of interest for Natural Explorer. Oh my... no. Okay, I'm gonna move it back home a little bit. I will try to find a stink bug somewhere else. Because, I did want to actually peep the wolf spider. If we could... Where, there it is.
Let's see.
So, it's a tier 3, and it's weak to spicy. Spicy is not a damage type I have access to just yet, so... Plus, it's like a tier 3 enemy, so there's a lot of reasons not to fight the thing.
Why do wolf spiders have to make those noises?
Why are you following me, wolf spider? Alright, glitch is down for basically 3 more minutes. Oh, hello.
Gotcha. 3 points for Team Hoops.
Okay. Definitely not about to start that fight either, for this kind of the same reason. It would murder me really, really, really fast. All I want is to find a tier 2 stink bug, and I just keep finding tier 3 bugs. Scary ones too. I'll keep searching, because the point of interest that I wanted to go to obviously is full of gas, and I'm not going to be able to survive it without a gas mask. I hear science. It's probably up on those higher top leaves. It's fine. I don't really care that much. Ooh,
Gotta
gulp.
hydrate to dominate. Ha!
Alright, we're almost back home. Could I farm spider sacks for tier 2 resources? I could. Potentially. It depends on what they have in them. I have noticed that, unlike Grounded 1, Grounded 2 doesn't have, like, a lot of good stuff in them. Maybe that's just, like, anecdotal evidence and not true, but that's what I've noticed.
Need salt and chili oil.
Alright, we do have some things to analyze. The scorpion mats. So, here's the bomb part. And this, really importantly, allows you to make a jerky rack, as well as sizzling clothing and a bomb buckler. Sizzling stuff gives you, like, the fire resist. Alright, raw gnat meat. Grub goggles and... boiling gland. And then we also just got tier 5, so Flash Furter, Weaver Daggers, Weaver Hood. So we already have 2 pieces of the Weaver stuff. And then here's the pincer, which is wall mount, and we'll have to wait for next charge for the Stinger, because I've topped up. Given all the stuff that I just unlocked, let's see if the ranger station has anything to say. Nothing new. And the challenges I'm on: Weaver Daggers, Break with Dash Strike, and Weak Point. So, 2 require me to have a Weaver Dagger. I wish I could go do right now. Wouldn't be a terrible idea. And then getting some more bombardier parts so that I can make a jerky rack would be pretty sweet as well. Because that's how you make like leather and the like. I still want to get that gas mask though. That's my highest priority. Where's my aphid boots? Oh, they're literally right here. I was staring at them. Oh, I need more mite fuzz. Okay. While we wait for Glitch to revive. There's mites like everywhere, so this should be pretty easy. My strategic running away boots needed reviving. So yeah, you did mention the egg sacks, trying to find tier 2 materials in them. And anecdotally, I have found that like they tend not to, they like have like web fiber and stuff, unlike the first game. I haven't really found that they're worth farming like Grounded 1, which is why I've mostly left them alone. Thank you for tuning in to Grounded 2, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow shrunken survivors.